Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we rise now for the Japanese national anthem. A truly great anthem. Now, can they do better? So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this guy, Bruno Guimaraes, is going to be the man who I see as the one who brings balance to the team. I think when he's on the ball, yes, he can be a strong runner, but he's become a very central pivot now in making sure that he helps break lines going forward and denies line breaking for his defence. So he's become a big factor now in any team he functions in.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. So it's down to business here. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. Kubo. Maida. Rafinha. Ederson. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that was vital. Lucas Paqueta. It's a pretty loose pass. Looking for the run. Decent chance! Lucas Paqueta. Pinches it off him. Duan. He's in a great position. Can he finish? Goal! Japan! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Japan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough. Maida tries to pass it through. Big chance! It's a goal! 2-0 and in next to no time. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Japan are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. It's a decent chance to counter-attack. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Japan have their opponents right where... Maida! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Not the most convincing of passes. Well, that pass isn't the best. First quarter of an hour gone. Japan have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Kubo. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now, what about a counter-attack? There they go, hunting in packs. And it's made its way to him. Tries one from range! Lucas Paqueta has it out wide and in space. And it's Neymar. And here's Evan Nielsen, and he is dashing away. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Now he's off and running. Oh, nicely intercepted. Neymar. Tanaka. And Maida. Marquinhos calmly anticipates. Nicely spread. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Neymar, and he's managed to get free. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Maida. Alexandro cuts out the pass. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Gabriel. And here's Evan Nielsen. Now it's Rafinha. He's having a hit! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Japan are looking to go forward now. And no, that was never going to make it. And this is Neymar. He has found the way through. Plenty to aim. And the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Neymar really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Bruno Guimaraes with the short one. And he's gone back. Goes for a shot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That has been slung wide. Now it's Rafinha. He might be in here! Oh, look! And the shots! And that's a tiny finish! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Brazil cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Evan Nielsen receives it in a good position here. Picked out, shapes to shoot! Well taken goal. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And now he has two. Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And we've reached half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, it has been a high-octane first half, full of action, both sides with 2 goals going in at half-time. There's the whistle then to start the second half. Duan. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And it's Nagatomo. Maida. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Itakura. And Kubo. They're back in possession and ready to go again. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Kubo. Now it's Evan Nielsen. No, he's not getting his way this time. It's a really well-measured ball. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Brazil ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Tomiyasu. Pass somewhat off target, but where it came from. Tanaka being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
This might spell danger. Real, and the shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And it's been taken short. This looks promising. And it's Tanaka. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Rafinha. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he plays one through. Shoots! Now it's Neymar. Great chance! And again! Goal! Brazil! And the comeback is complete! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be, should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Brazil leading now.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Spread to the right. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Japan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Bruno Guimaraes, Ederson, and he was quick to react. Alexandro cuts it out. Great ball, and he's in here! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 6. Sai para a entrada do jogador, camisa 13. Teremos uma substituição.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Ederson. Rafinha powering forward here.
Japan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Maida. Oh, that's neat. He's having a shot! We've got a goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, this ought to...
And the finish! Goal! Japan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Now it's Rafinha. Now it's Savinho. Rafinha. Oh, we've seen that early. Shot, surely! It's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And he's intervened well there. Ederson. Rafinha. He's had it taken off him. Bruno Guimaraes. That's a good ball out wide. And he's quick to return it. Ederson. Now it's João Pedro.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Good running, strong. Chance for a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's put paid to the danger. Passing nice and neat. It's Moina! Oh, quite a conclusion, but that is it, the end. Japan looked for a second that they might steal it there, but we still have deadlock. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance. And if you're just back, well, the action is back underway already. Japan pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? Oh, good-looking ball. Knocks it into space. Bruno Guimaraes. This is a promising build-up. Now it's João Pedro. Now that's well seen too. Nagatomo. Tanaka, played out towards the right wing. Now that looks a decent ball. Can he latch on to this? Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That's a lovely, neat pass. That has not gone well. Maida has found the net here, of course. Tanaka. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neymar. Threads one in. Oh, this is a great position. Ederson. Savinho. Tries to play it through. Ederson. And Savinho. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Bruno Guimaraes. Ederson. So just 15 minutes still to come. So nothing yet in extra time to make a difference. This, the final 15 minutes for someone to do something. Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? He's picked his way through, and he's in on goal, and he shoots! That's another chance! He lifts the roof! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Good ball, good take. Martinelli. Danilo.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's got away. Not the most accurate pass. Nice looking ball.
That's a shame, because it was such a good decision.
Danilo picks it up from the goal kick. Japan could be just about done here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Gabriel clears without hesitation.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Pass somewhat off target. He is through here! There's the shot! There's a goal! We thought they were done, but never say never! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So there you have it, penalties. Japan take this the distance.
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a grueling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
So 2 inconclusive hours of action. All that remains then, penalties. I think we're just about ready. So now 5 brave individuals must step forward. Which way will he go? 1-0.
Well, so far, so good, Peter.
Oh, great save! That is a great save!
Well, I think he had the measure of that all the way, Peter, and he is pumped.
This to double their advantage. Of course, the lead now is 2.
A great position now, but still work to be done.
So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match. Great stop, and the keeper punches the air.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
Oh, it's a really good save.
Well, he felt the goalkeeper outstared him there, which gave him the edge.
Japan really cannot miss this. No way was he missing that.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
This to put them 2 up. And he puts it away. 2 up.
Well, this is effectively a very welcome cushion, Peter.
This to stay in it. Oh, he's missed! And that is it! So that is it, the end of the road. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, what can I say, Peter? It seemed like the enormity of the task got the better of the players, and they never really got going. I know it can happen to even the best of us, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this was a painful watch, very painful.
Senhoras e senhores, joguem lixo somente nas lixeiras. Agradecemos a colaboração.